Live?
I think so.
Are we live?
Same thing every week.
Are we live though? Can I say hello?
We are live, you can say hello.
Hello everybody, how are you? If you are celebrating Labor Day or Labor Weekend, congratulations, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Today we are making this focaccia bread with CK flour. Now, it is exactly the same recipe as my old recipe, but here is the difference. Now, Chris, if you could show them a picture of the focaccia bread made with almond and coconut flour, you will notice that the bread is slightly scorched on top, which we expect on. However, look at the difference. Am I holding this right?
Yes.
So, if you are baking with me today, please set your oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius, and grease and line. There you go. Sorry, had a senior moment. Grease and line an 8 by 8 inch pan. Now, if you only have a 9-inch, use that. Don't get something special, right? If you have only say a 9 by 9 or a 9 by 9, you're going to get a slightly thinner crust, a slightly thinner bread actually, that's spread across, you know, an extra inch. And if you want to do a 7-inch, well, it's going to fit the pan, you know, go right to the top, I think. And if you do a 6-inch, I reckon it's going to rise above your dish. Let me put this aside and let us greet everybody who also likes to play with their food, because if you're new here, I am Mel and I like to play with my food. So let's hear the comments.
All right, overall call. We have Cheryl Tomlinson.
Hello, Mom S.
Mom S. We have Asma M.
Oh, hello, Asma.
We have Danielle Graves.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say hello after everyone, so we can go faster. But I'm saying, anyway, go.
We have Ruth Lopez from Guatemala. Judy Duran. Bonnie Kaufman. Marianne. Mrs. H. Mwah.
Mwah, Mom H. Hello.
Kerry Whitbread.
Hello. Oh.
Christiane, you can't help yourself, can you? Christiane Fisk. I got a bone to pick with Christiane. She outed me publicly. We've got Michelle Lukowski, Karen Humble, Chef Fat Grams. Hey, bro. Charlotte Ferris, Ella, and Kathy Roberts.
Oh gosh, all the kisses. All the kisses. Hello, welcome. Okay, so in here, because we're making bread, I in particular cannot taste any chicken when I do half and half. Half CK almond flour blend and half CK chicken flour blend. Now, what's the point of doing half and half? Well, you're lowering the carbs and you're increasing the protein because of the chicken flour. And we use this blend instead of just plain old almond flour, because honestly, you get a beautiful looking bread and it actually rises higher out of the pan because of that egg white protein powder as well. Anywho, right, I have 2 cups here of the CK almond flour blend, half and half. Then we are going to do a teaspoon of instant dried yeast for taste. 3 teaspoons of baking powder for rise. A pinch of salt for taste. A tablespoon of freshly chopped rosemary. That is all the dry ingredients. And you mix it up. Sorry, you want to keep going?
I can talk for the Olympics apparently. I don't know if it's a person and their place or just a place, but Sydney, Australia says, hello, how are you?
Hello, Sydney.
Goes over hello. Monica Jensen says hi from Perth, Australia.
Oh, wow, Perth. Oh, glorious Perth.
Danielle says freeze-dried chicken powder, a lot less chicken flavour.
Nice. Yes, Danielle's been saying that. All right. You've mixed your dry ingredients well, okay? Set that aside for a minute and grab another bowl. And to that bowl, we're going to mix the wet ingredients. And for that, you need, 1 second. I was just being prepared. So I whipped my eggs prior. So you're going to need 6 egg whites and 3 egg yolks. 3 whole eggs and 3 egg whites. You can use fresh eggs, or you can just get the carton egg whites. I love using the carton egg whites because, a lot of my recipes have egg whites in it. That's if you don't want to be bothered with freezing your egg yolks or using them up for something else. Anyway, we are going to whisk that until you get a bubbly, your eggs are bubbly. So, I've already done some of the whisking, so I'll just fluff this up a little bit more. Okay, and to that you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of sparkling water. That's all of the dry ingredients, and these ingredients are the basic recipe for the focaccia. Now, of course, I've got you'll see I've got an array of ingredients to my left. That is all toppings and completely up to, are you okay, Chris?
Why?
He's busy there making a noise. What you top it off with is your choice. I mean, the traditional is fresh rosemaries, olive oil, and olives. So, we'll just give this sparkling water mix to incorporate into the eggs.
You're worried about me moving a chair and you're using the whirligig.
Yes, but they can see the noise that I'm making.
It's
you, on the other hand.
The mystery that I add to it. That's the...
Well, even I wanted to look and see what was going on.
Not much. Just me being me, really.
All right.
Sydney, Australia says, I'm from there living overseas, Europe.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Europe. Wow. That's awesome.
And Chef says hi again. Hi, Chef.
Hi, Chef. I believe we are going to do the collab with Chef next week, and I'm going to be making his enchiladas. Now, you're going to get a very, very easy tortilla recipe or wrap, whatever you want to call it, with the CK flour. So do join us for that.
I'm excited for the collab, but excuse me, what happened to the tamales? Danielle very expressly said tamales.
Oh, because I can't get the tamale seasoning that Chef uses here. I cannot get it.
Oh. All right, that's it. We're moving countries.
Oh, yes, please. All right. Now, this is a lovely batter. Look at this batter. All right. Can you please help me show them? Okay, so you're going to have a thick batter, but it is still runny, so make no mistake, it's quite runny.
Mom S is asking, can you use regular water?
I have not tried it with regular water. However, I have to tell you, it'll probably work just fine. Reason being, now I bought my sparkling water for this recipe, and I think somebody has used it and not closed it properly. So most of the carbonated in the water has carbonated.
Who are you pointing at, by the way?
Lexi,
Oh.
my daughter.
Danielle says, move in with me, kitchen fully stocked. Loki would love the yard.
Nice.
Done.
Done.
Done deal. Oh, it looks good already.
I know. Smells good too.
Christiane says, thank you, thing. I could see much better.
Nice.
Thing vision.
All right, and now we're going to spread it all around and try and even it out.
Look at the place of concentration.
I've got a problem with evening bread things out, because I'll spend 10 minutes just playing, just like evening it out, and like it's really not necessary, because I'm still going to dig my fingers into this, and you know what, I'm going to stop right there.
Thank the good Lord.
All right, now you little tools, natural, you dig your fingers in.
And now for your next trick.
Now I should have actually poured the oil. I'll show them the difference. Don't do that now. Do it after you pour the oil, okay? So, 1/4 cup of olive oil straight over, and try and spread it around, because this oil is going to be absorbed into your bread, okay? And we've got no other fat type of ingredients in there. So, okay, it's nice and spread. And now we dig in, and now it's making the holes a little bit better.
Danielle says, just natural Mel playing with her food.
Definitely.
Mom H says hi to Lexi. Dustin's here.
Oh, hello,
He says,
Dustin.
hello everyone. Hey Dustin. Chef's laughing at your OCD spreading. Chef, you have no idea, man. You have no idea.
Okay, so that is the focaccia done, right? So I got some unsweetened dried, actually I'll do it as I add. This is some baby tomatoes. Should I just do exactly as I did the last bread, I think?
I don't know, the last one came out pretty good.
Yes.
Can't mess with perfection.
What I love about focaccia bread is it's so pleasing to the eye. You could have it on Christmas Day or some special occasion coming up. I mean, look at that. I mean, can you say anything else? I could just stare at that all day.
How long did it take you to flatten that one?
I had to talk to myself to stop.
It looks pretty amazing.
All right, and now some pitted olives.
Danielle says ADHD, OCD. Yup, we are going to need a support group soon.
This is some wild tomatoes. They're just yellow ones for a bit of different color.
Keto Mama's in the house.
Hello, Keto Mama.
Hello everyone.
Wow.
Blessings.
I want to, can you, if I do this, will they be able to see that?
Thing vision.
If you don't tilt it, it'll be good.
I didn't tilt it much.
Thank you.
I did tilt it, I'm sorry.
So if you notice, the oil's actually quite generous. It's sitting on top of that bread mixture. That is okay. That's what you want. And I'll do some little red ones as well. I mean, why not? And you've got to have some fresh rosemary, of course. So it's such an easy bread to make, and what I love about this bread is that you get the rise without proofing yeast, without proofing the dough. You get focaccia bread like straight away, like just with this, adding ingredients, whipping up your eggs, and yeah, it's pretty simple.
Chef says perfect angle, Chris, and Mom S says looked good, Chris.
Well, that's the
I'm
completed.
gonna do it again.
Yeah.
See if I can do it twice.
I didn't put cranberries. I should just do it while everyone's watching like that. I'm being stingy with one corner. Okay. We'll stop playing with the food. But yeah, now the difference between it cooked and uncooked, I mean, you pretty much have to pick it apart when you. But you can see also how much rise you get out of, if I just keep it even. You can see, what I can see, that this bread actually doubles in size. So into the oven it goes for 30 minutes. Well, mine needs 30 minutes. At the 20-minute mark, keep an eye on it. If at the 20-minute mark it really doesn't look cooked, your oven is probably a convection oven, which is different to mine. So you probably need to go closer to an hour. I found people that have a convection oven need double the time that I need. So 30-minute mark, if your baking time is the same as mine, if you baked my recipes before. Okay.
And timer
for 30 minutes.
set. So,
I shall grab a cutting board. Could you please read out some comments?
yes, Charity Shelby is here. Says
Hello.
hello.
Hello,
Love
Charity.
starting my Saturday with Mel and everyone. Hi,
Oh.
Charity.
Hello, Charity.
Mom S says very pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Ursula Dozier says delicious.
Hello, Ursula. How are you?
Chef says it's AMRS or ASMR, whatever it is, topping. ASMR topping.
ASMR.
Christiane says that's a masterpiece. Danielle says, I don't have any toppings. How is it with just dry Italian herbs? I have the rest here in the truck.
It's fine. Well, yeah, we'll taste now, Danielle. And we will inspect.
And Foxfield Farmer says, good morning.
Good morning, Foxfield Farmer. So, let's just have a look from the side. Am I doing this right?
Yep, that's good.
From the side. And let's check out underneath. Oh, it's soft. That's the underneath. Gorgeous bread. Okay.
Keto Mama says the bread is almost as pretty as the hostess.
Oh, thank you, Keto Mama.
And Charity says that would be great to take to a party. Everyone would be so impressed. Very pretty dish.
Absolutely right. And you look like an absolute genius. And it's guilt-free. Like, wow. Okay.
And Mom H says, sure looks like a piece of artwork, Mel.
Thank you, Mom.
Oh, Danielle is saying, I meant, can I make it without toppings, or is that just blah with no toppings?
Well, You can make it with no toppings. Just put some herbs in it because it is the rosemary is coming through, and it makes it feel different to other breads, if that makes sense. So I think just get yourself some fresh herbs, Danielle, if you don't want to put toppings, and you will get that authentic taste of focaccia.
Foxfield Farmer says it looks fabulous. Mom H says it's perfect, Mel, and Mom S. We're going to end up with a few bombs in this chat by the time we're done.
I think we have only special ladies get the mom title.
My Mom S says, were those cherry tomatoes?
Yeah, you can answer that. So this was cherry. So that's the cherry one, and I think these are wild tomatoes. So
how am I going to answer that?
Because you're the procurement manager.
Okay, let's just clarify your instructions. Can you get me the small tomatoes? So I got small tomatoes and smaller, and the only reason I got the smaller is because they look colourful.
1 second, let me find out what it is. Okay, cherry tomatoes was the big ones. And mini tomatoes was the little ones. All right.
So smaller and smaller.
Small and smaller. Would you like to try some?
I would. And Chef is saying you need a side shot of that crust when it's cut.
Oh, yes. Well, what we should do, remove some, is show the inside more close.
Yep. Oh, it's got those lovely little air pocket thingies. Looks good. Now, whilst you're doing that, I shall catch up on a few more. Danielle says, thank you, I got dry rosemary and garlic. Stuck in a dirt lot for 24 hours, just walked a mile for heavy whip, and that's a small store, no fresh produce.
Wow.
Where on earth are you, Danny? Karen says currant and cherry tomatoes. Judy says, I have fresh rosemary in a pot on my patio, finding a way to use it.
Wow, yes. Great.
Danny says, oh, I have canned tomatoes with peppers, would that work?
Canned tomatoes. I think what I'm going to do is fish out the fresh, and you can decide. Oh, it gets in good. They do soften. Sorry, I can't show you.
Thank you.
Now, are the canned tomatoes mushy, or are they like, if they're hard tomatoes in a can, then yes. Yes, I would say you can use them. But if they are really soft already, I reckon they're going to bleed into the bread. And then again, is that such a big thing? Is it a deal breaker? I'm going to say no. You're just going to get a bit of tomato flavor spread across your bread. So if that's all you have and you want to use it, use it.
That is so good.
So good.
Ella says, unfortunately, my CK flour blend got moldy and I have to throw it away. Chef says, Judy, rosemary and mint are amazing in chicken noodle soup. Foxfield Farmer is going to make it tonight. Judy says, beautiful bread. Susan has arrived.
Hello, Susan.
Hi everyone, Mel and Chris, sorry I'm late, what did you make?
I made focaccia bread. Oh, one rosemary escaped.
That's lovely. Mom S says that happened to me too, Steve. Everyone calls Ella Steve. Chef says, wow, that crust is so fluffy looking. Foxfield Farmer says use sun-dried tomatoes maybe.
Sun-dried tomatoes, beautiful.
And Danny says, okay, we'll try it with canned and in an air fryer. Pics on Facebook later.
You know what, guys, also, with the almond flour focaccia, it's a dry focaccia that is enjoyed by dipping it into olive oil. You can have it with butter or something else, but you need that oil or butter or something greasy to balance it out. This I can eat with nothing. You tell me what you think, Chris. Okay, he's got a mouthful.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I had a minute, so I stuffed a very big mouthful in. It's very nice. I like it. I love. My favorite bite was with the tomato in it, actually.
And you don't like tomatoes?
I'm not a big fan of tomatoes. Like just by themselves in a salad or something, I find them very acidic. But yeah, mixed with something else, that's I like it a lot.
Do you like olives?
Not specifically.
Okay.
I probably just ate one, but hey.
So good. That is, I think, very underrated recipe that I'm going to say if ever you wanted to make a focaccia or a really easy recipe that, makes you look good, do this one. It's awesome.
Okay, so Mom S and Danny both say keep CK flour in the fridge. Danny says if your house is warm and moist. Oh, Kelly Bo's arrived.
Hello, Kelly.
Sorry I missed the start. I can't stay, but we'll definitely be making this later. Miss you, friends. No worries, Kelly. Good to see you. Judy says, Ella, keep your CK flour in the freezer or at least the fridge.
I keep mine in the freezer, definitely. I've never had, touch wood, I've never had my CK flour go moldy. I think I just stored it in the freezer from the get-go. I mean, sometimes I'll leave it out for a day and it's fine, but it does, I think the weather or humidity does affect it. So, sorry if yours has gone moldy, Ella.
Danny says, by the way, Facebook says I'm bad. I'm restricted for 48 hours. I was bad. Ha ha ha. Why? That's my question.
Well,
how did you get put in Facebook jail?
She made a comment on Cook with Mel Facebook page, not even the chat group. And there was nothing offensive in it or anything. And then Facebook flagged her. So I went onto Facebook to see if I can, free you up and, pass the comment. But there was no notification, so I don't know what to do.
That's a bit weird.
It is a bit weird.
Danny never says anything offensive. No one in the group says anything offensive.
The other lovely thing about this focaccia is that you can make it in the summer. I mean, it's pretty warm here too. We're on the warm side of Australia, which it's kind of warm throughout the year. People come here in winter for holiday.
It's like Florida.
Like Florida, cool. So, I mean, I didn't find it too bad. Mix the ingredients, and the only thing is that the oven is going. So if you want to use your air fryer, use your air fryer if that's going to keep you a little bit cooler. So I think, the other thing you can do, which I forgot, is put some rock salt on it. I forgot to put rock salt.
So you told me not to come home from the supermarket without rock salt.
I didn't say, I was not so mean.
If you don't come home with it, don't bother coming home. And now you didn't even use it.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to put it on. Yes, I'm going to open the oven. And no, it's not going to sink.
Well, whilst you're doing that, Chef says that looks like it would really make an outstanding deep dish pizza crust. Sorry, my mind always goes to pizza.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me get something.
Me and Chef would get on very well.
I think so.
Mom H says, I would make this bread like you did, but I would also use on the next one pizza topping pepperoni, jalapenos, and pepper flakes cheese.
Absolutely.
Oh, pepper flakes cheese.
Pepper flakes cheese. I would definitely be inclined or partial to some mozzarella balls as well. You can see like there's nothing really light or white in terms of the ingredients that we use. So I'm hoping that the salt will stick out a little bit.
Sharon has arrived and says hello from Buckeye, Arizona.
Oh wow.
The focaccia bread looks good. Where can I find your CK flour?
If you click on the home page of my channel, it's a featured video there. Otherwise, you could just search it. But I don't feel like the rock salt made much of a difference to you. But I mean, I guess it's a good exercise in terms of seeing if the focaccia is actually going to flop if you take it out halfway. So let's put it back in.
So Danny says, we've got an explanation of why she got arrested, judge, jury, executioner and straight to jail. I went on Facebook and said that I was glad that Mel and Michael had finally got to meet. Now we just had to kidnap her, bring her to the United States so she can meet the rest of us.
So maybe the word kidnap is the most offensive thing to Facebook.
Possibly.
What else? There's nothing else in there. And how dare they not ask me if it's okay?
Yeah, I know. Maybe it is the word kidnap. I don't know. But Mom S says you don't actually have to be offensive to get banned on Facebook anymore. No, I know. Actually, I called one of my friends a jackass under one of his posts, and I got Facebook banned for 48 hours.
Well, you deserve it, I have to say.
Look, if you're not insulting your friends, they're not really your friends. Danny says, do I have to use egg yolks or can I just use egg whites?
You can just use egg whites. Look, here's the thing about the eggs. You can do full egg whites. And I've put in the grams there. You need 265 sorry, my hair's sticking to my nose. 265 grams worth of liquid egg. Don't go like four full eggs, or don't use more than 3 egg yolks for this recipe. The reason is you risk it turning out to taste eggy. That's why when I was developing this recipe, this is why I've got this combination is you want the yolks to get some fat into the bread, but more than 3, definitely not. I wouldn't do it.
Okay, Danny is asking also how many for 6 whites and 3 yolks, cups wise?
I don't know. Why didn't I measure that?
That's okay. Maybe we can measure it after and put it in the description.
Yes, and Danny will need the cups because
Well, you
she's
can measure it now.
in the tray.
We've got to wait for that thing anyway.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that.
Danny also says, Chris, I highly doubt that Mel was trying to make you live at the grocery store.
He's like so. He makes it out as if he's got such a hard life. Is that your cry for help? Excuse me, is it for men though?
I don't know, but it looks all nice and pretty and friendly and everything here, but oof, just wait till I go on a procurement mission and don't come back with the required goods.
It was bad during COVID, wasn't it?
It was shocking during COVID. Mom S says, yep, the word kidnap did it.
Oh, right.
Kelly says, I'm off everyone. Yeah, I'm off everyone.
Okay, Kelly,
Bye,
see you.
Kelly.
Thank you for dropping in.
Chef says, later Kelly, have a great Labor Day. Oh, that's right, it's Labor Day weekend over there.
Yes.
Susan says, it looks amazing, Mel.
Thank you, Susan.
Mom H says, I love mozzarella balls. Karen says, have you noticed that the bamboo fiber is helping your hair?
That is hard to tell. And Karen, I'm not sure if you know that I'm doing a experiment to restore my hair back to its former glory, so to speak. But it's hard for me to tell because I'm using the treatment. So I don't know.
Susan says, to the American members here, happy Labor Day weekend.
Happy Labor Day!
Foxfield Farmer says, excuse me, Foxfield Farmer says Facebook is ridiculous. I'm surprised Stacey's not here actually, because I've been messing up those left, right and centre. I just realised no one's roasted me yet.
It could be that she's just running late.
And also, Marzi Mars isn't here either.
Yes.
That's 2 weeks in a row.
It is.
So I have to send him to detention.
I sent him a text just to let him know that we're all thinking about him. And oh no, did I put one too many? No, that's 3. No, that's, I'm sorry.
Shells.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
Ella says, haha Cheryl, Steve Perry is one of my favourite singers, that's why I created that name. But I'm a female called Ella, nickname from Michaela. Danny says, I don't know if it's the CK flower, but my fingernails are growing wild. Wow.
Wow. The silica.
Danielle, oh, that was Danielle. See, I've tempted fate too far this time.
What happened?
Stacey's arrived, trying to figure out a keto side for my steaks, Labor Day. Hey all, I've been sitting silently in the corner behaving, and then she's got a swearing emoji. Hey Stacey, glad you could make it. Chef says, don't forget to give that thumb up a click, guys. Thank you, Chef. You're the man.
Too many eggs. This is what happens when you multitask, don't you?
No comment.
Well,
I've seen you do some strange things in the kitchen.
this is one of the weirdest I've ever done. This has never happened to me before.
Chef says, hey Stacey, don't hide in the corner, that's Chris's job.
All right. Now we can measure how many cups this is. All right.
I've had that song stuck in my head all day.
I think I'll just flip this so it's easier. Now.
Ella says, blah ha 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 at Chef. Thanks, Ella. Oh, Becky's here.
Oh, Becky, did you see my Facebook story? I wished you happy birthday with a picture of cinnamon rolls.
Happy birthday, Becky. She says, hi, you all just got home. When was Becky's birthday?
It was over a week ago.
Oh, okay. Happy belated birthday. And the cinnamon rolls are coming. Can we show a sneak? Oh, you already did show a sneak peek.
Yeah. Let's see.
Stacey says, hey Chef, LOL, I know right, but he did slay the night Mel was gone. My hubby always gets scared when I'm quiet. There's nothing scarier than a quiet wife.
Danielle, 1 cup and 2 tablespoons of egg total.
Becky says, how are y'all doing?
We are good. What's happened this week? Oh, I'm still suffering with my back. I have been to he's a chiropractor and an osteopath. He's got both qualifications. And I was so good for 2 days, which meant we could film. And then after that, I think I overdid it. So, yeah, it's now like kind of knifing and really acute. So, fun times.
Oh, Patty's here, Patty Dixon.
Oh, Patty, hello. Nice to see you.
She says, good morning. Ella says, you're so welcome, dear Chris. Danny says, thank you. One cup, 2
tablespoons. 1 cup plus 2 tablespoons.
Yes, let me start that again.
Egg.
1 cup, 2 tablespoons egg white. Gotcha. Becky says, can I make chicken powder with cooked ground chicken? I'm out of chicken breasts.
Yes, you can. It's in fact, you might actually find it easier.
Oh, Danny also says, yes, Becky, you can. The chef says he definitely stepped up his game that day for Mel.
What day?
The day I did the live when you weren't here. When
Oh.
I held the floor down very nicely.
Oh, yes.
And we
Okay.
are up to date.
Eat that bread all day, honestly.
I wasn't selling my mouth, I would have finished my slice by now.
Mm.
Mm.
And it's cooked perfectly on the inside. And you can see there, my tomatoes have softened a little bit. It's not totally soft. It's like al dente, I would say. How much time?
It's 5 minutes. Mind you, you took it up for a little bit too.
I did.
So maybe we'll leave it for a minute or so. After.
Maybe one. Wasn't too long. Sorry, I think I'm having a hot flash.
You want to put the aircon on?
Yeah. Yes.
I'll say that going earlier because standing there doing dishes when the oven's on and it was a warm day.
I mean,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was supposed to be something with kitchen design where you have like a triangle.
it's the sink, the fridge, and the stove oven.
I want to know which genius did this. Like, where did that become a design? Here, wash some dishes and just fan bake yourself for the half hour that you're there.
The whole idea, as I understand it, the whole idea behind having the sink in the island is so that you're not facing a wall or window, which, you know, in a family room where your kitchen and family room are together, you can still be sociable while you're working and doing cleanup. That's what I understood it to be.
I bet the person who designed that has never set foot in a kitchen.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
That's my mom.
It is what it is.
Keto Mama says, how would you store the bread and for how long?
So you would wrap it in plastic wrap, and if you're going to store it for some other day, don't cut it so you have, you know, you can wrap it easier. Wrap it in plastic wrap. Into the fridge it goes up to 3 days. After about 3-4 days it starts drying out because obviously you're using it, right? So I reckon it would dry out a little bit on the 4th day. But other than that, I mean, this bread is now completely cold and it's still really soft. So I feel like after you refrigerate it and you want to use it, you're going to get this consistency like the next day. So Oh, with the tomato.
Karen says, have you perfected a cake recipe yet?
Yes. Last week we did a blender cake. I love that cake. It's a full-size single layer cake. Make that one. It's very nice.
Kerry says, oh, very good point, Kerry, and thank you for reminding me. Where's the lady that has her husband under watch? I'm going blank on her name.
Lily.
Lily. Where is Mrs. Lily Albright? And where is her husband? Maybe she's finally done the deed and then she's been arrested for it.
No, don't say that when she's not here. You can only be mean to her when she's here.
I'm not being mean. She's been talking about it for like 6 weeks. Maybe he finally did something that threw her over the edge. Maybe he came home without the rock salt.
Now, can you see what a hard time I get?
I think we need to do a welfare check on Lily's husband.
Yes, but I think I don't know what's happened with Lily because I'm not in contact with Lily outside of YouTube. So I'm not sure, but I think if she could have been here, she would have.
Chef says, oh, sorry, I missed one here. Did I read this one? Keto Mama, how would you store the bread and for how long?
Yes.
Yeah, I did, okay. Chef says, I'm so glad I have Chris autocorrect turned on because Lord knows I can't speak or type. Alice says, dear Mel, is it possible to make the focaccia with the almond flour blend only?
Yes, absolutely. My thing about the other reason why I like to use half CK almond flour and half chicken flour is because I feel like it's a great middle ground between using all CK almond or all chicken. Sorry. That flavor, the salt with the rosemary though, very nice. Anyway.
Don't eat with your mouth full. I mean, don't talk with your mouth full.
No, you can't correct yourself. It's too late.
There we go.
But yes, so I'm going to say yes, you can make it exactly the way that it is. It will turn out the same.
All right. Danny says, think across from the stove as also in case something catches fire, you can get water from the sink to the stove or the burning object into the sink to then drown.
See?
Right. That was the timer. Either that or it's time for Final Jeopardy.
That's ready. I'm just going to wait 1 minute.
Danny says, CFG, my phone's autocorrect, I use speech to text. Yeah, we're not even going to go there with it messing up my words. I need autocorrect, I need to speak into an autocorrector.
You do.
Cheryl, Mom S says you are thinking of Lily. Kerry, yes. Keto Mama says, thank you, Mel. Alice says, Kerry, I miss her too. Kerry says, yes, Lily, thank you, Cheryl, and I love that you all got her name right away. Chef says, Lily is probably enjoying Labor Day weekend, or she's burying her husband. Oh, Chef, I've got tears coming out. I'm going to cop it from Lily when she does come
You're
back.
crying.
Whew. Becky says, I missed last week. I'm still waiting for cinnamon rolls. And they are coming this week, right?
Yes, that's our next video.
Tuesday. Now, do you want to do your
Now
thing,
I want to show them.
Yep, you go for it.
I mean, I can't actually tell the difference. I would say that they're from the same loaf, but, and this is a slippery thing.
Come a little bit more. Yep, that is perfect. Oh, that looks good. That looks amazing.
That's amazing. Oh, speechless. Anyway, can we read out any more comments?
Yes, Danny says she's probably chasing him across the parking lot with a frying pan, trying to get it back in the freezer before the family gets there for the party.
Oh man, poor Lil. Oh, poor Lil.
Oh dear. Judy says blender cake is delicious.
Yes.
Mom S is laughing
Judy
at
knows.
CFG. Mom H, I agree, Chris. I don't know what she agrees with me on, but I'm glad that somebody does. Marianne says, trying to cook along, and when I went to beat the eggs, the bowl tipped and my eggs spilled all over the counter and floor. Of course, I have no more eggs. I think actually we should have a National Day of Mourning for that. That sounds like a decent disaster.
The nice thing is that you are at the spot where you can just put your dry ingredients aside, and when you have eggs, you know, use it or make it. That's so awful.
Stacey says, making that cake from last week today. Tomorrow's my first wedding anniversary. Oh, happy anniversary, Stacey.
Happy anniversary. Oh, that's special.
Seattle 6 is in the house.
Hello, Michael.
Says, Chris, prepare yourself for another post-show counselling. Ooh, and there's lots of happy anniversary Stacey's and congratulations Stacey, happy anniversary. Patty Dixon, what is the oil you are using? I think I should start using oil instead of melted butter since I can't seem to remember to get it out of the microwave. So what's your oil?
I have in my pantry coconut oil, olive oil, and avocado oil. Those are the only oils that I ever use, and of course melted butter. But for this recipe, of course, you've got your olives as well, so use olive oil. Avocado oil is a little bit light for this recipe. You can see, oh, that's a bit warm still and still too soft, but with the olive oil and the heaviness of it, you get perfection. It's just brilliant.
Oh, Ravi is here.
Ravi!
The OG of OGs.
The OG of OGs.
He says, wow, so close to 100 subs. Hooray.
I know.
100K subs. And you guys are very talented.
We're like less than 500 away from 100,000 subscribers. Thank you, Ravi. So we're very excited in this corner of the world. But yeah. I just want to show them. That is from greasing the pan. I think that it might be a little bit of oil also coming through, but I'm just going to get rid of this. And you'll see, like, proof is in the pudding, right? Exactly the same loaf. It's still warm.
Yeah, just let it.
And very soft.
Let it rest.
But Mel has no patience, so.
That's one thing I will buy you next time at the store, is some patience. Charity Shelby says, happy anniversary, Stacey. We had our 30th this year. Best wishes.
Wow.
Wow, congratulations, awesome. Charity. I love hearing when people are like 30 and 40 and 50.
Yeah.
Chef says, cinnamon rolls must have. I can't wait till I can actually tuck into our cinnamon rolls. Paddy says, thanks for the info on the oils, didn't know that.
Yeah. Avocado oil for cooking, that is my everyday oil that I will use. just because it has a lower smoking point than olive oil. Am I saying that right? Whichever one. It's better for cooking every day with avocado oil. But for Italian dishes and stuff like that, use your olive oil because that's what they use and you're going to get the right flavors coming through. Anyway.
Judy says, is anyone else watching the US Open tennis? Yes, Judy, we actually have it on in the background.
I haven't been paying attention.
No, I haven't
I'm so
either,
sorry.
but yeah, it's my late night visit. Chef says, might I recommend MCT oil, the best part of coconut oil?
But don't you find that you get an upset tummy with MCT oil?
Some people do, but
I'm just asking because I've heard of a lot of people talking about MCT oil and how they had the runs. So I've always steered clear from it. If it agrees with you, then why not, you know? I need to show them this bread. But this is because I never leveled off my bread. Can you see how this one's a bit more... This one's a bit more rough. That one's a bit more rough because I didn't, and that one's more smooth. Anyway.
You good?
I'm good.
Stacey says, I forgot to like this live, so thank you for talking about subs.
Thank you.
Kerry says, I keep the fat from roasts and use that often. Let the stock cool and scrape it off. Mom S says, don't use too much MCT oil or you will stay in the jom.
There you go.
Oh, hey, stop the press. And the comments just went nuts and I couldn't see that far down, but it's just refreshed. And Mr. Marzi Mars is in the house.
Hello, Marzi. Nice to see you. I texted Marzi and said that we all really missed him last week and we hope you're doing fantastic and you're well.
Well, Marzi has dropped a big super thanks.
Oh, thank you, Marzi.
And says, boombastic. I might be down, but I'm not out. Sorry for the late attendance and for being a little distant, but as one of your later OG brothers, I needed to show up. Yes, you did. You did. You've been missed, Mr. Mars. And there's lots of people saying, yo, Marzi Mars, yo, buddy. Hooray, Marzi's in the house.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just going to...
That is a nice width of focaccia.
Just going to get rid of 2 comments, which are made by bots.
Bots?
Yeah.
What, are we getting too popular now?
No, I don't know. Stacey has dropped us a super chat.
Oh, thank you, Stacey.
Thanks, Stacey, and says celebrate the first super chat from. Oh, it says celebrate the first super chat. So I think we did that. Thanks,
Shall we do a happy dance?
Yeah, why not?
I need to be careful.
Yeah.
That's the full range of my flexibility.
You're literally going to put a hip out.
I've been there, done that.
Marzi says, and Mrs. Mel, I just like to add mince some garlic into your oil. Oh, I just like to add mince some garlic into your oil and leave it to infuse. Then after adding it to your focaccia, sprinkle over some grated Parmesan cheese and ground oregano.
Yes.
Stacey says, Mel and Chris, thank you again for another great start to my Saturday. Grandson has a football game today, so I am off.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Stacey's always a very busy lady. Thanks for coming, Stacey. We'll see you next week.
Thank you so much.
Have a great week. Marzi has dropped lots of love hearts to Yor because everyone is saying hi and hello.
Yes.
Yeah, you've been missed, brother, so please don't go missing again. Keto Mama says, start MCT oil slowly and increase a little bit over the weeks.
Is that the trick?
Well, Chef says it's never affected him, but he has an iron stomach. His kryptonite is maltitol. Maltitol. There had to be a word in there that I was going to stuff up. Could be.
Maltitol.
I don't know. It's got another T in it.
It's maltitol.
Margie says, I miss yours so much.
Oh, thank you. No, you can't laugh like that and not read the comment. What happened?
Oh, well, I read it, before I said it. It's from Becky, and she says, same here, colon of steel.
That is funny.
Geez. The comments are getting me this week. Susan says, my husband David isn't keto, but he reminds me of your live every Saturday. He really enjoys it.
Oh, it's so nice that he can attend. Thank you.
And Mom S says, I love the way Chris says oregano.
It's oregano.
Oregano.
Or oregano.
It's oregano.
Or oregano.
Oregano. What a mistake to make. So am I saying it wrong?
Yes.
Well, Cheryl likes it. Mom S loves it. So I think I just said it about 8 times.
You sound like you come from a place where the birds fly backwards.
Oregano, yes. And the lift doesn't make it all the way to the top floor.
And you're 5 cents short of $1.
Mom S says, Mel says it like I do. So how do you say it?
Oregano.
Is that in the American?
It is the American, but I don't think only Americans say that. Let me just say that much.
So it's wrong, in other words.
The one you say?
No, the way the Americans say it.
No.
Danny says, I get coconut MCT oil liquid and put it into my morning coffee every day to increase my fat content. Increase slowly, it will not affect you. The bread is now in my air fryer. Nice.
Oh, it's nice.
And Marzi's shouting out to CFD, Mrs. Duran and Mrs. Henderson.
Nice.
Karen says, I love the way you say oregano. Praying for Marzi to recover quickly.
Oregano.
Mom Air says, Mel says it like I do. Kerry says, does the laxative effect of almond flour wear off?
Didn't know almond flour can actually do that, to be honest. Are you allergic to nuts, is the question.
Well, as my observation of it, I have a small nut allergy. It's not massive,
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
I prefer almond flour, like the almond flour blend over the chicken flour blend. So I have a lot more things with almond flour in. It doesn't affect my nut allergy, and I have never noticed a laxative effect ever. Maybe it's like MCT oil. It's different for different.
But the question is it the almond flour that's doing that?
Oh wow, Marzi has. Oh, sorry, I went one too far. What is going on? Kerry says, Chris says oregano the Aussie way. That's right, mate. That's right, eh? Oregano, get a bit of that
We
down
are
there.
international here, everything goes.
Marzi has dropped another big super thanks and says,
Holy.
cinnamon roll. Did someone say cinnamon roll? Here's
Holy.
something from my first order of cinnamon rolls.
Thank you so much, Marzi.
I
Wow.
wonder if we can express freight some to Melbourne. Mom S says almond flour has a laxative effect. She hasn't heard of it either.
Yes.
Danny says some people have nut problems with almond flour. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Mom H says we miss you too, Marzi Mars. I'm glad Marzi is feeling the love from the room. 'Cause
Yes.
there's plenty. See, we
Yes.
weren't lying, brother.
You
were
have
missed.
a lot of love from all of us. We love you very much.
Alice says in Germany we say oregano just quite like Chris.
Nice.
Correctly, in other words. Mom S says I'm definitely waiting for the cinnamon roll recipe. Kerry says I'm allergic to nuts. I'm not allergic. Let me start that again. I'm not allergic to nuts that I know of, but too many make me visit the loo.
Okay. Okay.
I feel that this conversation has descended into...
You actually sparked a thought. If you want to do full CK chicken flour with this recipe, do it. Do it. With bread, it's, you know, there's herbs and there's vegetables on here, and it's very flavorful, right? So if you imagine that with a slight chicken flour taste, I think you might enjoy this with full-on CK chicken flour. And then, you know, your carbs are only going to be coming from, you know, the tomato. And there's a few carbs in the unsweetened dried cranberries, if that's so what you choose. And I think zip in the fresh rosemary. Because, yeah, you're not going to get much on one slice. I'm going to have a good time tomorrow. Well, guys, I think you have everything you need to make this beautiful, you know, piece of art. Looking back at me, I'm totally distracted by how gorgeous it looks. So I hope you get to make this focaccia recipe because it's pretty good. Any more comments before we go?
Yeah, just a couple. And I was just trying to translate one that has come from Brazil.
Brazil. And who's the person?
Okay, no, never mind. When someone drops 9 different messages, it's quite clear that they're just wanting attention. So that's gone.
Guess we'll never know.
No. Keto Mama says, my husband can't eat almond flour because of oxalates. And Danielle said something about oxalates as well. Oh no, it was Becky. I limit almond consumption because of oxalate crystals. It's inflammatory for me and my joints hurt. Danielle says, for the record, when I started using the CK flour, I think fiber from the bamboo flour kind of kicked my perpetual butt, if you know what I mean. Marzi says, let's hit those like buttons, please, and spanks.
Thanks.
Kerry says, I've been experimenting with substitutes in the flour. We'll try lupin flour in it soon.
I have not. I want to try doing CK lupin flour and baking with it, but I just don't have time. I think once I am satisfied that we have covered most recipes for, you know, for whatever we need on the daily or the weekly, then I'll jump to lupin. But otherwise, we've got a lot going on.
Excuse me. Chef says, do you all have a shipping PO address? Is Australia picky about what's being sent through the postal service? No, we don't, and yes, they are. But we are going to set one up, Chef. Kerry says, I've been experimenting with substitutes in the flour. We'll try lupin flour in it soon. Danielle says, I use complete chicken flour blend and I use MCT oil. I use carton egg whites. I don't think have any carbs.
No, they don't.
Mom S says, I like using straight chicken flour to keep carbs 0.
Yep.
Keto Mama says, thank you, darling, for the recipe.
You're welcome.
Danny is the same as Cheryl. Judy says, great live as usual. Bye. Bye, Judy. Mrs. H says, you guys, Mel and Crystal, well loved. Thank you for the wonderful video today.
Love you guys.
Great recipe.
Thank you, Ma.
Chef says, MCT will also help kick in your ketone production. Bye, everyone. Love to all. Oh, that's Charity. Sorry. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Charity.
Yeah.
Bye, Charity.
Patty's off too.
Okay, Patty.
Play pickleball. Have a blessed week.
Pickleball, huh?
Keto Mama, Cheryl, me too, mostly carnivore. Kerry says CFG Australia can be very restricted. We can post in the chat group soon if you like. Yeah, okay. Deborah Bremer, very late but looking forward to the replay.
Yes, it's worth watching.
Marzi says apron still looks fantastical. Let's see some love hearts for the dynamic duo, and everybody is dropping lots and lots and lots of love hearts.
Hey, look, this is just in case I forget what I look like, which can happen. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, guys. Bye from both of us, and make your focaccia bread. Ciao.
Bye, guys.